once we have already made our thread and we have our loom, we will start to weave. So you will take one of your pieces of thread, and starting at the right end of your cardboard, you will place the piece of thread under the first yarn, over the next one, and then under, over, under, over, all the way till you reach the other end. And then pull it all the way across, make sure the sides are even, and then pull it downward. And that's our first woven thread. Now for the next one, we will do the opposite. So instead of starting under, we will start over. So over, under, over, under, over, under, over, under, and over. And then again, pull it down, arrange it, make sure it's even, and you see how they're going one way and the other? This is what it should look like throughout. So you will take your next piece and then start under, over, under, and then continue. If you need to remind yourself, in case you don't want to make any mistakes, just tell yourself under, over, and then when you switch the thread, say over, under, over, under. So then once you already reach the end, you can go ahead and start fixing your weaving. Make sure that everything is nice and neat, and you will push them towards the center. So push the ones that are on the bottom up and those that are on the top down. Okay, and then make sure your ends, my ends are very uneven, but I'm going to go ahead and first tie them. So take the first two pieces and tie them together, and then the next two pieces, tie them together, and just make sure they're really secure. So keep going all the way down. And if you have any piece that's left over and doesn't have a partner, you can always just get the piece from the last tie you made and tie it to them. So you will go ahead and finish tying everything on that side. And what we do on one side, we repeat on the other. So you will go ahead and tie all of those together. And again, if you have a piece left over like I did, you can always tie it to the one next to it. So once that's ready and tied, I want to cut the ends of my weaving because they're really uneven. So just taking your scissors, go ahead and cut them so they're all even and the same length, and throw away those pieces. Go ahead and get your markers, and you can start coloring in any designs or patterns you want on your weaving. Since mine was a plain white t-shirt, I can go ahead and add various colors. But if you had a red t-shirt or a blue t-shirt, you can also get a Sharpie and color in different sections of your weaving. So here I'm just going to add green, then a little bit of red and a little bit of yellow, give it some variety. And once you're done, you will fold the flaps where your yarn is folded onto inward. Fold them and pull the yarn out. gently. Make sure you don't ruin your loom because we can use this again if you want to. So just gently remove the yarn. And remember, what we do on one side, we do on the other. So we will again fold the flaps in and pull the yarn out very gently. You can take your weaving off and just move the threads along so everything's even and they're evenly spaced in the yarn. And just move them around. And this is what your finished weaving should look like.